I'm Leandra from PaperArtsy, and we've got some more new stamps for 2016 to share with you today, this time from the Eclectica collection, and it's Liz Bora's turn. She's got two beautiful new stamp sets that are very feminine and very floral. Let's take a look at them. If you're familiar with Liz's designs, you'll be aware that she's really into feminine and delicate images, and these are always just so beautiful to layer up. If you're into your colouring with Copics or any kind of markers, or perhaps colouring in pencils, then this is perfect. Liz herself does a lot of very amazing colouring with paints, so she really enjoys creating depth and texture with the fresco paints when she's working on these kinds of designs. So let's take a look at some of the samples, and I'm going to start off. Some of the samples cover both plates, but I'll show you what we've got here. So first up, this from Leslie Ebdon. She's created a frame here and put the quote in the frame, and it's a really nice font actually that the quotes are done with. And then I love how she's embossed in white and added some colour to these flowers and layered them up just beautifully. A bit of crackle effect in the background too. This one's a bit more of a spotlight technique, and for that she's stamped the image and then across 3 panels and layered that up onto a gold embossed background. Here's one from Lauren Hatwell. So this time what Lauren's done is she's taken a face from one of our Hot Picks stamps and then created almost a hair out of flowers, like a hat, around the lady, and used this as well, the lovely flourish off this plate here. And it just is an amazing piece. Oh, it might be off that plate actually. Yeah, you're right, Mark, it is off that plate. And these stamps too are from this plate from EEB08. But isn't that just such a clever idea? She's coloured that face beautifully as well. And then from Liz Bora, we've got this amazing fan. And so she stamped the smallest of these flowers here onto the fan, and then added layers of paint, colour, texture, and a few little beads in the centre. This is one of Julianne Lee's creations, and if you follow her you'll see that she makes these and puts them in her Etsy shop. And I love how she's got the quote from this plate here on shrink plastic at the top, and then she's even used the little flowers off here also on shrink plastic to create an embellishment. But the face she's drawn onto obviously a heart shape, and then this little stamp to the side is actually from the other stamp set up here. Very creative is Julianne Lee, and the way she makes these faces come to life. It's brilliant. In fact, I've got another one from her in the same vein. This time it hasn't got a face on it, but she's just used it as a little emblem with everything on there and a couple of embellishments with treasure gold on them. So Julianne's also done some cards, and I really like how she's put them onto the craft card. And you can see that she's got slightly more of a mixed media approach on this one. So she's got some layers of paint in the background there, and then she's added the flowers and really given them lots of texture by bending them over and securing them in position. And little splats of gold embossing powder everywhere too, just gives that pop. Oops, having a fight with the card. And there's another one, very similar, a bit more simple. Okay, so here's a very layered piece from Liz Bora. So there must be, I don't know if you can see that, several layers that she's got in there, 3 or 4 layers of flowers. So your typical sort of decoupage style, using the stamps that way, and it just adds so much dimension to them. And also we've got another one, very similar idea from Liz, but this time she's worked on vellum. So it's much softer and slightly more see-through, and she's embossed in a pale cream, and then just gently added colour from behind, from the back, the reverse side of the vellum, which gives a much more soft and subtle effect. Okay, so we've got another card here. This one's from Leslie. Beautiful tones of sage green and winter green, which is one of our new colours in there. Just gorgeous. And you can see that some of these images are from the set here. And I've got that one there as well from Leslie. And in this one, Leslie's actually used altered book page and then added colour to the altered book page, so you can kind of see the writing underneath, which just adds another little bit of interest. Beautifully coloured. They're just gorgeous. You need to go to Leslie's blog, Leslie Ebdon. There'll be a link from the PaperArtsy blog post linked to this video. Just check the description below the video for those links, and that will take you to Leslie's blog for more details. Now this one's onto a piece of acetate. This one's by Lauren Hatwell, and she's worked directly onto the acetate, created a lovely little wall in the background, and then some of the layers are just sitting on top, so some of that subtle pink shading is actually on the top of the acetate, and then some of it is from behind. Now this is also by Lauren, so she's created a lovely, again, a lovely little brick wall, and there's even some little Joffy bumblebees in there. It's a gorgeous sample, and even the detail she's created here with little veins onto the leaves is amazing. Really stunning. And we finish up with a few more samples by Liz Borer. So Liz was thinking along the same lines as Lauren on this one, I think. She's created this lovely trellis and then put the flowers on top. And another stunning dimensional piece from Liz on this one. If I just turn it around here, you should be able to see at the back there the layers and the height that she achieves. And she really takes a lot of time to bend the petals to give some dimension and depth to them as well before she secures them in place. And it makes such a difference. Just adding that little curve really gives a lot more movement. And then finally from Liz, this is one of her backgrounds. She creates these backgrounds using a baby wipe and stipples with a few different paint colours until she gets a blend of colour that she likes. But it creates this really nice background, and then she's stamped and painted on top of that. She's very good at adding little highlights with lighter colours and creating the depth. So it's just so much fun. I had spent a lot of time colouring in to create these index sheets, and I had so much fun doing it, just working with layers and layers of colouring in pencils to get depth of colour and to try and, you know, build up the images. It does pay off if you take time with images like this, working on those colouring skills. So thanks for joining us again for another release, a fantastic release from Liz. These stamps will be shipping from March 2016 into retailers all across the world. So if you want them, make sure you contact your retailer and ask them to get them in stock for you.